We are now just a little over 5 months away from the official release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker by director J.J. Abrams. That is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that they will be utilizing the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren in a very specific and unexpected way for the audience in this movie once we go ahead and see it come December of this year, where they are literally going to feel like different characters, as opposed to how they were portrayed by Daisy and Adam in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, which really does speak volumes by JJ, because I think he's doing this as a way to show us how they really have evolved over the course of 1 year after the events of Episode 8. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the set leaks, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, what's really exciting about all of this is that it's described that a description of one of the scenes that were filmed during the month of November 2018, just last year, involved the sequence that was filmed at Cardington that involved Daisy Ridley and a young boy. It said that a young actor around the age of 11 was cast for the part in the second act, where he had very similar facial features, similar to both, of course, Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley. It's described that the sequence involved Rey holding a strange glowing red device, where she is said to see a vision of a possible future, where one of the scenes had Rey looking at a young boy around 15 feet away from her, where the boy would turn around and glance at Rey, where next to the boy was a woman in a black Jedi robe, looking at a large Jedi temple. This woman is implied to be a future version of Rey if she chooses a certain path in the film. The boy is described to appear as a mix between Kylo and Rey, and even has Kylo's hair. The scene is said to be very emotional, where John Williams composed a powerful score for the scene. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because this by far is the biggest hint and or indicator of Reys Son being in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Now, this also matches directly up with what Daisy Ridley said a couple of years ago. I believe it was at the Oscars of 2016, where she said it's not necessarily about Rey's parents that are so important in her mind, but it's all about who she's going to have a family with in the sequel trilogy. And that, to me, I didn't think of anything at the time. I thought she was just maybe, talking about in general. But now it seems like with The Rise of Skywalker that things are really starting to match up here and connect. So I want to go over the young boy that was cast. Now, we heard about this boy for a very long time. About a year ago, we first heard about him. He was cast for a role in the second act of Episode 9, where they needed a young actor that appeared very similar to both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver, except as an 11-year-old, right? So now you can really see where they're trying to go with things here. This is said to be a moment in which Rey sees a vision while holding a red glowing device. We're not quite sure what this device really is. It's either a ancient Sith or Jedi relic, where she sees a specific vision of a possible future of her life, where we have what's implied to be Rey in black Jedi robes standing next to a young boy, where the young boy is said to turn around and look at Rey as she is seeing this vision before it vanishes. So what's really intriguing about this is that this is said to be a scene in which Rey sees a possible future, depending on which path that she actually takes. This path could very well vary on whether or not she kills Kylo Ren, or whether or not she redeems Kylo Ren, right? So you can really see how J.J. Abrams is trying to implement a lot of his ideas of time travel or alternate realities into the Star Wars franchise on, I guess you could say, a more miniature level here for Episode 9. We do know that J.J. Abrams loves his time travel and his alternate realities in every single project that he has worked on. I mean, if you look at Star Wars as a whole, I'm not quite sure if a lot of fans would necessarily like this. That's a big question on the table for discussion. Let me know what you guys think about this, because we do know that at the end of the day, in the expanded universe, yes, they toyed around with those ideas quite a lot, but I'm not quite sure how well it would really work on film. It's all a matter of how it's going to be executed, how the actors and actresses are going to perform in the scene, what the music is going to be like, and let's get to the music. Now, John Williams was actually said to have composed a specific score for this scene that is said to be very powerful, that will make it very emotional, not just for the characters, but also for the audience. So that really does say a lot by JJ. It says that this film, specifically this scene, is going to be very vital and important for the character development of Rey, and make her realize that maybe she has to redeem Kylo Ren if she wants that specific future of a new order, or, you know, her having a family, or whatever it may be. So this whole entire sequence involving this young boy, we're still not quite sure, you know, what the actor's name is. It seems like they're keeping that on lockdown. The same exact thing goes for the other characters that we have been going over, such as the actors who portray the Knights of Ren. We're not quite sure who they are at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, guys, I would love to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.